Dun, 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 dun. Hello, JC, and everyone else. Welcome.
Good evening, my friends. Reptar
Oh,
Ice. Hello, everyone.
what up? What up?
Banju. Knock. Hey, man. The first welcome. This is the first time I've seen your name. You see what I did there? I'm so funny,
That is hilarious.
especially
They
when I'm
are.
drinking.
Ooh, I am. I'm not normally a weak drinker, if that makes sense. But we are. I think it's time for some celebration. So
Bow, bow,
I
bow,
am
bow,
excited.
bow. That's my daughter's favorite new thing. Like I wish she had her own little soundboard she could pop around. Meme. Welcome, welcome. I'm loving all the green names.
Can I
Thanks, Jimmy.
use the sound? Let me see.
Uh, so I know the first. Let's see. I love the shared service here. We got Pluto Alliance. So is that Soak First? Are you a Soak First alum? Friggin' love it.
So let's
I am.
go.
I am
Ah, damn it.
all into some Soakverse. In fact, I I'm so far into Soakverse that I actually have shares in Le Grand Bleu, the hotel in Madagascar. Let's go.
Woo! And
Oh,
guys, that's it's something worth mentioning. I think this is something that me and the team, before we get into the games and the excitement, I just want to say, the team really has been working hard behind the scenes, trying to get everything ready for the inevitable mint that you guys have been waiting patiently for. And
nice ice.
we
That looks nice.
really, we are really kind of excited. Ooh, nice, love that. We're just excited to finally get this out to you guys. You know what I mean? And like we are involved in so much.
Oh, Captain
I
Calm,
think
another Soakverse. Welcome, guys. I love it. I freaking love it. Sorry.
yeah. No, absolutely. Welcome, new people. It's just amazing to see all the cross pollination with different projects because we are in so much. We are in so many different projects, and sometimes it's kind of even hard to keep track of all of them. But it's just amazing to see, just all the different kinds of people we get here, and just everything that's going on with all the other projects. And now, if you guys have been paying attention to Discord over the past couple days, we are going to be starting to get into off the grid. We've heard really good things about it. We're always looking for new projects, and we're always like getting into new things if we think they're profitable or if they're going to do well. So, that is something that we are looking into doing. Once the mint and everything is kind of taken care of, when we have a little bit more downtime to be back and doing the gaming events and stuff like that. But we do appreciate the patience, guys. It is coming so soon. Like we are hopefully this week having a meeting with our devs, and we will be in touch with you guys as far as dates
Yep,
and
we
and
had
that
to
kind of.
because the so we had a choice to make. We could either reduce the pixel quality of our NFTs, or we could keep them at HD levels, and um, we have to put them on basically a smart contract enabled Dropbox. Like Dropbox, you can't write a smart contract that uses Dropbox. So we have to use an equivalent that will allow the smart contract to pull the full definition artwork. So we're like we're not compromising Ben's art because it is outstanding.
Exactly. And I understand that a lot of NFTs are like high resolution and stuff, and there a lot of them are modeled in 3D
We're not
things.
doing
But we
500 by 500.
Yeah, we like these were hand drawn by a Marvel artist, and they were very like there's a lot of detail that went into them, and we really just want to kind of preserve everything that Ben did. These aren't just AI generated or computer generated. Like these were hand drawn by a very renowned artist, and we really want to kind of keep it as close to that as we can.
Yep.
But that was kind of a snag that we ran into, just full transparency. So we had to set all that up, or
Yeah.
else,
We
we were
didn't we
hoping
didn't
to
realize we
kind of have.
needed that for the smart like it's we're learning, as we go. But so we've got that set up. That was just a thing we have to set up and pay for. Yes, let's
Nice.
go. What are we giving away tonight? What do we feel like giving away? For those of you who are new, especially I see some green names. If this is your first game night, this is kind of what we do. I'll answer that in just a second, Captain. Um, so we'll get together on game night. We'll play these little Rumble Royales. We'll play some marbles. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw in some other random games. They're typically RNG games, so it's not a skill based thing unless we play Smash Carts. And I hate you all who are good at Smash Carts. But we'll be talking about the different gaming projects, just the crypto space in general. DJ will hopefully pop on and do some TA. Sometimes we talk about other random stuff. Sometimes we just bitch and moan about stuff that's getting on our nerves. But we'll play these games. We'll give away some prizes. Sometimes we'll give away, $5 worth of some crypto. Sometimes we'll give away passes to the games we're playing. Um, Sometimes that really, really pays out for people in the long run. Yes, Captain Calm, to answer your question, there are, if we're playing a Rumble Royale and the era is a classic era, Ice, go ahead and start us a classic, please. Um, we'll do one right now. So we'll start a Rumble Royale. It will be a classic era. Anytime it's a classic era, there is in addition to whoever wins, winning, whatever the prize is, there is always a bounty for killing me in a specific manner. So tonight, because the first person in the room was Pickletown, you're gonna have to kill me with the old cucumber. That's right. So you have to kill me, JC3, in a classic rumble, in any classic rumble tonight. If you kill me with a cucumber, you'll win a $50 crypto bounty, and we'll do that in Solana or Polygon, just because those are cheap to send. So yeah, but it's only me. Like if you kill somebody else with a pickle, that doesn't count, or a cucumber. If you kill me but not with a cucumber, it doesn't count for the bounty. You can still win. Whoever wins still gets the prize. But something that has not happened yet, but it is possible. If somebody kills me with a cucumber tonight, and then I revive in that same match, and somebody else kills me with a cucumber, I gotta pay out twice. So we'll
Love
see.
it.
But yeah, if you
So,
if this is your first night here, welcome. We're so glad you found us. If it's not your first night here, we love you guys. You're awesome. 2 cents, what up, man? And but what are you doing in here? Get back to work. If you got any questions, especially if you're new here, just type them up in the chat. We will answer questions about games, about you know pretty much anything. So
yeah, I want to give before we get too deep into some other stuff. I do want to give you guys a couple updates on some of the games that we're already involved with. I know we talked a little bit about getting um a new getting off the grid, because a lot of people are getting involved with that game right now. But I want to give a quick update for like the other games that we've been involved with, just because I think it's so we've talked a lot about Faraway recently, just because it's kind of the relevant ecosystem everyone's playing in, and we talk about Phantom Galaxies occasionally, but we haven't, and Illuvium kind of got the spotlight, I guess, last month, and one project that just like hasn't, I feel like, gotten a lot of attention, that me and JC kind of have just gotten back into, has been Big Time. And JC, I just want to kind of go over, your experience, kind of getting the blueprints and kind of like what changed. Um, to be honest, it's still surprisingly profitable. Just in all aspects, and they did a ton of big updates since like last time we started playing, and it's just really amazing to kind of see like the prices just kind of holding, and but essentially, and I'll let JC's talk about this a little bit more, because he kind of has like this giant space mansion of Time Wardens that he's managing. So, like, JC, how did they, like, exactly, like, kind of what was like the big change that you noticed, like, with as far as like farming the hourglasses?
yeah. So if you haven't been in the big time realm for a while, or if you don't even know what we're talking about, the your quote land in the big time game is a private instance land. It's called space. It's a room and you can add rooms and you can make as many rooms attached as you want to if you buy them. But each rooms each room has the chance to generate what's called a cracked hourglass. And the only thing you can do two things with that. You can use it to Casey. It's only the second game, so yeah, you did miss a classic. Hate that for you. Um, but the cracked hourglasses, you can break them down if you own a Time Warden of matching or higher rarity. Which, if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, put your questions in the chat. We'll answer them because we do kind of want to talk a little bit about Big Time. That's been for our community over the last year. That has been the biggest winner. People in our community have made hundreds or thousands of dollars playing this game because we got in so early, and we got in free. We got free passes for our community. Anyway, ask questions if you want to talk about that. But so your cracked hourglasses, you can break them down and they give you big time token. Big time token is a legit cryptocurrency that you can trade with any other. Like you can go on MetaMask and swap it for whatever tokens you want. You can put it on your Coinbase. JBZ the first, congratulations. Let me take a timeout here and say, um, you have won tonight. What are we giving away? What are we doing for these rumbles right now, Reptar? What should we
So
do?
we'll just do their choice of crypto for now. I
Okay.
was thinking about maybe giving away some big time prizes, but I want to check a couple things first before we do that. But um yeah, I definitely really think that big time has really been adding a lot of content and making it more of like um a rewarding game to play, right? Because a lot of what I saw happening was a lot of people bought spaces and just checked it every day. They collected their hourglasses and then they turned them in for tokens. And that's not really sustainable. You know, you got to think like there's got to be money going into the game and money coming out of the game for it to be sustainable. And when you have a large amount of the player basis just not playing the game and just like, just farming these tokens, then it's not really sustainable. So what they did is they created kind of a mechanism where you have to actually participate in the game, but you're rewarded more for that. And
Yep.
there's a lot of ways to make money besides just breaking down the hourglasses. There's crafting, there's NFT drops, there's all kinds of stuff. But
Yeah, there's you playing the game. You can loot. You can earn tokens. You can also earn sellable things like crafting materials. But the change they made in the past, you used to be able to take your cracked hourglass and put it in your time warden and break it down, and all that would cost you is time crystals. And time crystals are basically like one time crystal is 0.007 cents or something like that. So you spend $10 and you get a stupid amount, and that's all you need. But they added a requirement to break down these cracked hourglasses, and basically you need a I can't remember exactly what it's called because I forgot to look at it just a second ago while I was freaking breaking down my cracked hourglasses. But it's like a schematic, and it's just one extra thing that you have to loot. And I have not. I don't believe they're for sale on the marketplace. I think you have to loot them in game, which is fine. But it I jumped and I just wanted to see how difficult it would be to loot them because in the past all I've been doing is logging in, every day or so, getting my cracked hourglasses and breaking them down. That's the only gameplay I've been doing for the past 6 months. But now I have to play a little bit to get these little loot these little schematics. But I went in, I loaded up into a dungeon. I didn't even get to the first objective, but I probably killed 20 or 30 random spawns, and I probably had 20 or 30 of these little schematics drop for me, of various rarities from common all the way up to I think I got some commons, some uncommons, a few rares, and maybe one purple. So, and that was in like 5 minutes worth of a dungeon. So they're not super hard to come by, but you do actually have to get in the game and play the dungeons. I did notice that I can't solo dungeons anymore, and that may just be because I picked a healer class instead of a tank class. I don't know. So maybe you do need to actually use the group finder. And but yeah, it's I think if you've noticed since they announced that, which was last week, the big time token price is has gone up from what 11 cents almost to 18 or 19 cents. Uh, Hola, ¿cómo estás? Says any room for grinding the game if you're not planning on buying a space early on. Absolutely, you can go. You don't. The game is free to play. You can play the game without owning anything. You can run the dungeons like you just level up your character like any dungeon crawler or MMO, and you choose your different skills. If you're a healer or a tank or a DPS or whatever, um, those are your three basic rules. But you can build out your character and level up your character. You can access all parts of the game and grind through and you if you play a dungeon, you have a chance of looting tokens, of looting items that you can sell, like crafting items that are needed for crafting. You can also loot NFTs, which you can sell. Um, so yeah, it doesn't cost you anything. You can start out playing the game, sell some items that you get, and then buy a space. Totally up to you, guys. If
And I will say, while it is free to play, obviously, as most things, if you spend money and you get a space or a time warden, it is much profitable, more profitable and easy to make money. That's just how it works.
So
But
here's the ways you can make money. Number one, play the game and loot things. Loot big time tokens, which is a crypto. It's worth money. Loot NFTs, which you can sell. Loot crafting items, which you can use to craft if you have a space, or you can sell. Um, Next, get a space. Even the cheapest space will still drop you cracked hourglasses that you can break down. Or you can buy a space and then rent it out. The spaces themselves don't usually rent out for a decent percentage of your purchase price. So I'm not
but the
sure.
time wardens are kind of where the rentals are at right now. And
Correct. The
what's
time wardens.
interesting is just because they made it so you had to is quote unquote play the game to make money, there is still a huge opportunity for passive income with the time wardens because you do not have to play the game if you have a warden. You are renting out the warden for however much a month, and that's what you get. You don't even have to play the game. So um, there are, as JC was just saying, there were so many ways um, to make money in this ecosystem, and a lot of them are not even requiring that much effort. And to be honest, it's a really fun game. Like they added a lot of new content. If you guys haven't played in a few months and you go and check it out, I'm sure you're gonna be pretty surprised with a lot of the changes. And again, they have like a 5-year plan as far as their token launch and rewards and um, it looks like at least for the next 5 years, it should be a pretty sustainable project. And that's kind of like what we're looking for with a lot of these. Even with Alluvium, Alluvium's going through some problems right now. Like we're not just going to talk about all the good things. Like Alluvium is the land has been struggling a little bit, and that's not because it's a bad game or because it's a bad project, but the player count. They are dependent on having at least probably like 50,000 players or something somewhere around there, but for a game that's in early beta, uh, that's just not that's not where they're at. That's not where the numbers are at. The game isn't finished yet. It's not fully released. But I will say I do agree with JC that Big Time has been one of our most profitable games that we've been involved with. It's been the one that's built out the most, and obviously it sucks waiting for games in development because it's like a 5 to 10 year development cycle. But the rewards are there, guys. I mean, I know we're involved in a lot here, but the projects that we have stuck with and have done things with, they are still doing a lot, and they're still just because the team has not been around recently to kind of enjoy the games like we used to. We've been very busy with stuff like the mints and things like that, but we are still very actively involved in a lot of these projects, and they are doing really well.
Yep. And I mean, you guys who've been here know that many of us on the team and many in the community are crushing Serum City right now too. So we are here, we are playing, we are still researching. Um, I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping that we can get our mint stuff squared away this week, and I can maybe start taking a look at Off the Grid, which is more of a shooter game. I'm more of a shooter person than like an RPG or a land builder. So we'll see.
And I think it's awesome, dude, because like, we got into shrapnel, and I know a few of you guys made some money with shrapnel. I don't remember if anyone here specifically. If you guys did, definitely drop it in the chat. But I know a lot of you guys made some money with the leaderboards for shrapnel, and again, that game is like very not very not put together yet. You know what I mean? And um, I've been hearing mixed things about Off the Grid, and I definitely think it's worth looking into because there really isn't a good shooter out right now. Again, Shrapnel, we have really high hopes for, but it's just not close to being done in development.
And hopefully the playable ecosystem gets rip JV bye. Hopefully the playable ecosystem they're still grinding. They've still got games. I check in on them every once in a while because I still do have a node that I'm running that's collecting bull token that will be dumped on the community at some point in some form. So we'll fingers crossed that that's going to do well. I did. If you own a node, you're entered into a weekly drawing, and I have won 100,000 bull tokens at least once. So, and it's Olaka. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, and that's the thing with the servers too, is like these games again, they're in early access, so they're not anticipating a lot of server action. And I think they kind of and servers are expensive to maintain if you guys don't know. Like it costs a lot of money to keep servers going. So when you have, hundreds of thousands of people kind of come to play a game that they really only expected 20,000 people to play, like, that's kind of what happens is things get kind of bogged down until they fix things and they try to and they basically have to upgrade the servers. They have to spend more money to, upgrade and, support the player bases. Because I think what's happening is, it's getting really good reviews and people were like, excited about it. I was looking into it and it doesn't look like a lot of the earning mechanics are there yet. Kind of like a lot of, kind of like a lot of other games right now. Like they have a really good plan, but it's not like Big Time is a game that you guys can go into and earn money right now. Illuvium, kind of the same idea, I guess. And to my understanding, like Off the Grid, the infrastructure is there to do something like that in the future, but it's not necessarily like there. So, we're definitely trying to look at things that it's like that have immediate value for the community because we don't want to be in another like alluvium situation where we're
Stuck for
waiting
2 years.
years. Yeah, you know what I mean. And that's the thing, like Ash. That's another thing is overworld. The leaderboard rewards are kind of where the money's at right now. Like if you're and same thing with Faraway. Like people that are doing well in Faraway right now, you guys are gonna get a piece of that $100,000 leaderboard and serum token. So it's just like, there's a lot of incentive for leaderboards right now. So, a lot of these we're really trying to focus on the games that are like super profitable right now. Off the Grid, I don't think is necessarily profitable or that. But it looks promising. So it's something that we're looking into. Again, we really are trying to focus on what's immediately beneficial for you guys. You know what I mean?
Yep. And I mean, that's our long term vision is to be the place that top tier AAA games, like we want to be the community that somebody like Ubisoft or whoever else is coming out is like, hey, we know that your community's been in the Web3 gaming space for years now. Would y'all come help us test this stuff? We'll give you some stuff. Like that. That's our vision is to be involved in this space and build up our community and our community's reputation as a place for the big boys to come and talk to.
And it's been amazing because I feel like we've, mostly accomplished that, you know what I mean? And we've had a lot of big people come speak, and we've been registered with a lot of big games for a long time. And really what we really want to do is just kind of get this mint out of the way, get some rewards into the community. And then, really kind of just keep moving forward on what we've been doing with, AI and some of these other games and stuff, because the mint has really been kind of consuming a lot of our time and resources, and once it's kind of out, it frees up just so much bandwidth of the team, and we're really excited to kind of finally get back into some of these other projects.
If you're,
Oh,
hang on, let me drop the Twitch. Boop, boop, boop. Control C, Control V. So if you haven't jumped onto the Twitch channel, we are playing Marbles, which is another RNG game for more prizes. What should we should give away something besides just crypto? What should we give away? Should we do it like a Serum City Pass if they don't have one? Because that's still a good game.
always an option.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you win tonight and you don't have a Serum City Pass and you'd rather have that than just $5 of Polygon or whatever, you can select a Serum City Pass and we'll get you one. How's that?
Woo! And there's not, I mean, there's that leaderboard is kind of coming to an end pretty soon, which is amazing because then season three is coming out and there's going to be new rewards for that. I mean, Faraway is not going anywhere. Like, Faraway is probably like one of my favorite ecosystems that we've been involved with just because of how much they have going on.
Yeah,
Um,
their
it's just been
interoperability across all of their games and how they're putting even an NFT or a project that's got even a game that's got its own complete ecosystem. I can still use stuff from my other games in that game. It's not like, oh
Yeah, and it
well,
helps because in between seasons, it's like right now, Legends of the Mara is not going on. There's not a Legends of the Mara season. Um, but you can still use your Mara for Serum City. So like when Serum City's over, then there will be another, you know what I mean? Like it kind of helps break up some of the breaks in between some of these seasons because then you can, focus on other games and still use the same assets. So it's really cool kind of what they're building out. And
or if
honestly,
you get
the
bored, you can
Serum
switch out.
the Serum City Pass is really pretty much your best entry into the faraway ecosystem because like it's a game you can play for free. You can actually make some stuff that you can sell, and it kind of gets you into these other games at the same time.
Yeah,
And it's
and
part of and it's just
you
it's
can just
really
play
fun.
the game, and you can. One of the things you can craft are actual NFTs, and most people use them to burn because you get burn points, which moves you up the leaderboard. But if if you don't want to do that, you can just craft them and sell them to people who want to burn them, and it's $3, $5, $10, but you don't have to do anything except click a button a few times.
Right? It's pretty low effort. You know what I
It's
mean?
not
As
100% passive, but it's 85% passive. And I'm lazy, so I like passive income.
let's go.
Let's see. Yep, there you go. Ice is 57. I'm at 54. I need to burn. I've got a bunch of NFTs I need to burn this cycle and get my points back up.
Dude, we've had so many people come in from far away just because they see us on the leaderboards. Like it's crazy. Like
We
people
we had
know
the
what's up.
co-founder of Faraway Games come into our game night and just chat with us because you and our community are representing and playing their games, and they see it and like, hey, look at all of these people from this one community. Let's go talk to them. Yeah,
Yeah, and,
yeah,
and
PK.
obviously that gives us the ability to, give you guys stuff like early access passes and, all of the rewards and stuff associated with that. So it's like it really is like a mutual kind of thing that works out for everybody.
Right.
So it's
Or
just
we, he told us that he was like, hey, this is where we are on the heavy metal game, and heavy metals are just an NFT that we can use in Serum City, but they're going to be used across all of the gaming ecosystem, and so their 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 demand is going to go up, and therefore their value is going to go up. So we get that little bit of alpha ahead of time, and we go like, hey, wait a minute, maybe if I grab a couple of these, I could speculatively make some profit. And by the way, we're recording, and I'll say this here, and I'll say this for the live stream. We at Alpha Origins do not give financial advice. We don't tell you what you should do. Sometimes we tell you what we're doing or patterns that we recognize. But if you, this is our trademark disclaimer. If you are listening to random people on the internet that you don't know and have never met and making financial decisions based on what they say, you're a moron. Okay, that's our disclaimer.
I love it every time. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's just we're kind of just we've always just been nocturnal. Congrats,
Let's
man.
go.
Um, like you guys know the drill. Like we're just sharing what we're involved with and what we see has been working for us, and we
And
have
if
a
you
lot of
think we're giving advice, you should see the losers that we've picked over the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like you can't win them all, guys, and we realize that. I mean, Starship, elephant in the room. We basically, we lost tons and tons of money on Starship. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars, but it offsets the
Shut
what
up,
we've
Ice.
lost with some of the other successful projects. You know what I mean?
Run! Ron
Ron
is in the
game
house.
night,
What is up, our favorite Canadian clown?
VIP, VIP in the house. All right, let's do another marbles, guys.
All right, so again, if you're winning tonight, it's going to be $5 worth of your crypto, or you can choose a Serum City Pass, and we'll get you one. We'll get it to you. Totally your choice.
And just so you guys know, we are going to be doing some different prizes moving forward. I know we've given out so much over the past few years, but we really try to kind of go more towards access passes and stuff like that. I mean, yes, everyone loves cash, but we do try to get creative with the prizes. But full transparency, guys, like there's not a lot right now. Like if we're gonna give away an NFT or something, it needs to be valuable. Like we gotta have um we want to be able to give something away that people actually want to win and that's valuable to them.
Yeah,
So
it's just one
um,
of those. It's like we're kind of in a lull right now. It's like we're waiting on things to take off. Or for example, we could give you an alluvium disc, but eh, it's not. That's not hot. That's not fun. That's not interesting right now. Um, the other day we randomly were like, you know what? Let's give away a common time warden, and so we're like, okay, we'll give one of those away. But in order, this is the one thing I have against big time and open loot is in order for me to transfer an NFT to you, I have to pull it off of OpenLoot onto my MetaMask and then send it from my MetaMask to your OpenLoot address. And that's all fine and dandy, except for the fact that OpenLoot, number one, charges a stupid, ridiculous fee. Plus the gas, like the OpenLoot fee plus the gas fee was more expensive than me just giving someone money to buy a Time Warden. I was like, okay, so that's the only gripe I have there. Don't forget
no,
exclamation
it's
point play in the Twitch chat.
yeah, there's definitely, and each ecosystem kind of has its own thing. Like with Illuvium, it's IMX, you know what I mean? There's always a layer two because these things can't just exist naturally on ETH. It's just not feasible for gas fees and stuff. So there is a little work that has to, be done as far as like the platforms and stuff. But yeah, so the point in all that is we're really trying to be strategic about what we give away moving forward as far as value. So we are kind of again, JC said it the best. Like, we are in kind of a lull right now. There are only so many things that we, you know, deem worthy, if I can even say that,
Yeah, that's fair.
um,
That's a good way
for
to say it.
giveaways.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
we can pick up some cheap stuff right now that we think might be good in the future, and that's kind of what we've been kind of doing on the side. But just those will be for later when things are interesting, and it's just hey, $5 worth of Solana today could be $10 tomorrow.
A face melting bull run is coming, guys, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. Nothing.
But
And we are
what are you
ready.
guys into? What are you doing if you're not playing games? Like what cryptos are you into? What's going on for you guys in the space? Let's talk about that. Somebody wants to
I
come
see
up
you
on
and
stage,
DJ
come up on
are
stage.
getting
We don't care.
deep into Sui.
Sui, let's go.
I need to check that out. I've been enjoying Phantom, to be totally honest, and like,
Hey, Ray
Radium. Ray has been
crushed it in the last
smashing
week.
it. Oh my god, it's so great. Ray is just killing it lately, dude. It's up like 120% or something crazy like that.
Yeah. Yes, Ron, we know you're into some weird shit.
I think those are all great picks, Ice, to be totally honest. Honestly, 2 cents though, that's not a bad pick either. Congrats, congrats.
Which tokens are those? 2 cents.
Oh my gosh, the
Yeah,
Canadians.
I think Arrow's a great play. I have everything you have there. I don't have Link. I don't have Jupe anymore. I sold it. Uh, where'd it go? There we go. Render. I have some render. I don't have any near anymore. Yeah, those are. I think those are like
Jupe.
Swee's my new favorite right now.
Can't spell Jupe without up. Mm. Yo, DJ, what's up, man?
Oh,
Hey, what's happening?
this is what everyone's been waiting for. If you're new, DJ is our TA guy. We love DJ.
Perfect
Everyone's here
timing.
for DJ. Like Reptar and I just sit here and goof off and play games and talk shit, and everybody's like, "When's DJ? When DJ?"
When Lambo?
That's right.
Seriously,
T and A PK. T.
oh,
Oh,
no.
Ron.
Oh, and Ice. Oh, they're all dying.
Did Ron
Two
win?
cents.
No, he overshot. Who is it? It's two
Two
cents.
Um,
cents. Let's fucking go. Now he has more money for strippers and blow.
He has
there
$5.
you go.
You missed the joke, DJ. It's okay.
Well, I mean, with the hookers and blow in general, I mean, it's pretty good.
You you get your choice of crypto, 2 cents. So open a ticket and let us know.
And I like the you can't spell Jupe without up. That was good.
Oh, it's good, dude. Dude, the Solana ecosystem has been doing really well, but the one thing I actually kind of wanted you to talk about a little bit tonight is Sui. Like, kind of what's been going on with that ecosystem. I don't know if you've kind of chance to dive in. I just saw a lot of people asking questions in the chat earlier about it, and I just kind of want to hear like if you have been playing around with it a little more, kind of like your experience with it and like why you think it's a good project, I guess.
I haven't done tons of research into it, but just like we've been talking about, a lot of Solana outflows have been going into. Is it Sui?
I've been saying
Um,
Sui.
I
Sui?
like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe it is sweet. I don't know. I
It
just
could be
honestly
Sui.
I
I don't know. It
haven't.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard Sui. I know I say both. I guess it's
Sui.
kind of recently started Sui, but more Sui.
Wait,
Um,
sweet?
but yeah, I mean the layer one obviously has some attractiveness to it. They're kind of partnered up with some pretty big names here too, which is kind of neat. Sort of not like uh, H bars, got some really big ones, but they have like Alibaba Cloud and Oracle, and some pretty heavy hitters. They obviously have that the narrative of the newer, um, I guess a little more sexy coins, so to speak. And I did see that they were integrating the cloud, Google Cloud into their blockchain. Last time I caught a quick article, I think it was yesterday actually, or the day before. It was really recently actually. They have a nice ecosystem. The transactions are quick. They're going to have. It seems like the memes are going to kind of become a thing over there. And
Oh,
Dude, the
I
memes
did
sorry.
are
actually,
Speaking, this is a
I did actually
sidebar.
download a wallet, but it's not the greatest. So I'm looking for a new one. I just
MetaMax.
got the Sui, cloud wallet, and I downloaded another one called. Let me look at my phone here.
I'll type it.
Gem, but I don't really love it. But that one seems like you could put tokens in there. If you go to like Coin Market Cap and look under Sui ecosystem, you can take the contract and put it in there. So that part's cool, but it's not a full fledged like up and running. Like I always kind of compare everything to like a Phantom wallet. I think that's just like uh, kind of top of the line. Um, so it's quite different from that. But but even like in 24-hour volume, almost $100 million, worth of SWE. But and then the chart wise, I don't know if I still have the charts in my phone, but a couple of weeks ago I put a few charts in here, and I thought the $1.80 area would be a nice place to accumulate. And that was just remembering that. I don't know if I have the charts here, but I think that
and
would be
what's
a
crazy
nice spot to
is
start
like
picking some up. If you haven't bought any yet, or you're looking to kind of
Ash,
add it in.
no, you do. Yeah, you don't need a. Sorry to interrupt, DJ. Ash, you do not need a code to get into big time. You guys can just get in now. It's a lot simpler. There's a new main starting area, so I'm just saying, if you guys wanted to check it out, it's definitely the time because there's some cool stuff going on. It's kind of what we were talking about earlier, but anyway, continue, DJ.
Nothing. I was just talking about a couple of those things that I thought were interesting in there. The market cap is still. I mean, it's getting big. It's making its way up the or the ranks, I should say, obviously.
Now, DJ, I know
But I think it's
you.
still got some
Which
time to move.
which meme did you crush last week for like 1,000%?
Um, it was called.
It's in our NFA channel, guys.
Yeah, I put it in there. It's down now too. But I kind of think that I want to say it's run its course because there's still people propping it up at certain levels. But it was number one TikTok Black Frog Onachi or Onichi, however you pronounce it. But that one's been doing good. I've been looking into the Blob, and once I get some more information on that, I'll put it in there too. Blob is a sweet meme coin. It's kind of like
Ooh.
their big one.
Yeah. Well, is it their
It seems
first?
like
Is it their first meme coin?
it's their first kind of um, like I don't want to say mainstream coin, but one that's kind of getting traction. It's kind of
Yeah,
like their
it's their Pepe or their or
yeah,
their
it's their
or,
Pepe
or their
or their Shiv.
Ray or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm looking at that. I don't think it's still too late to maybe jump into something like that if you believe in Sui. And the meme coins over there too. It seems to be the NFTs over there aren't as developed and stuff, but all that stuff's working and being done and coming up on Sui. So could be another layer one chain. And like I said, it has a lot of hype. It's got the narrative. It's got a lot of good things going for it. But as far as particulars, I'm still kind of digging into it. But I've been watching the chart a lot. And like I said, that $1.80, $1.85, $1.75 area, I've been kind of steadily converting. Like because a buddy of mine can buy it on Coinbase. I can't get it in New York. Same thing as Reptar probably. So I'm using the change now. And sending different crypto there and switching it into SWI. So I'm just gonna. I think it could be an $8-10 coin over the course of time. If we get a nice run here. So I mean, the gains aren't going to be like insane, but they'll still be very nice.
And that's the thing, guys. It's like Bitcoin hasn't even hit all-time highs from last cycle. I mean, like
Well,
the
technically, it
markets
did.
have been, yeah. The markets have just been so boring lately that I think a lot of people, you guys know, we used to have between like 40 and 60 people here, and it's just like the markets have kind of beaten people down for the past couple years where people are just like, the people that are still holding on and the people that have been in the space and paying attention and, just continuing on and just in crypto in general, those are the people that are gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Like it's been there's so much potential for upside right now because we really haven't started moving yet. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm sorry. I just thought of something that I want to interject and I forget. But these numbers aren't exact, but you'll get the point. Just hold your crypto. So over the last 2 or 3 cycles, the bear portion of the cycle has been 450 days on average. And then the bullish part of the cycle has been over 1100 days. Just freaking hold.
Yeah, pick your favorite projects, keep them in your portfolio,
And forget
and
about it.
that's it.
Forget
Yeah,
about it. And that's the hardest thing for me to do is not check the charts every 10 minutes.
dude, that's my biggest problem too, man. I'll be hanging out with my friends, be at the bar or whatever, and I'm just like,
You're just hammering the charts.
and I'm
I'm
just
like,
in my, and they're
KuCoin.
like, bro, will you put that down and just like, socialize for 5 minutes? I'm like, you guys do not know what is at stake right
We're
now.
not gonna.
Did
You're
you know that
not
radium was up
to
20% today? Give me a break.
to.
You guys don't know
We're
that
not.
radium's up 120% for the week.
We're
You don't
not.
know
We're
that
not in
Stewie
this
and
for
Plug are
five.
crushing.
We're not in this for 5%. We're not in this for 20%. We're in this for 20x. Let it
Yeah,
go. It's
we're
okay.
trying we're trying to get this bag, ladies and gentlemen. Like that's what we're about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the and
Rolex,
the
let's
and the
go.
radium has just been flying
Dude,
there. I
Radium
mean, I've
crushed it this week.
Oh, dude,
just been
I
loving
just
that,
love
man.
it is. It's
Since
great. You know what I mean?
AMD's released,
And it's
I've
just
said
gonna
like
pull
I
up
thought
Jupiter and the whole
awesome.
Solana ecosystem too. I mean,
Yeah.
people are really gonna kind of see the value in it, and like that's
Yeah,
what's.
Jupiter, radium. I think they're both, um, really good.
I
Obviously, have
I use both of it, and that's a really that's a really good point, and that's kind of why I believe in things like liquidity pools, because um, if you pair the underlying asset with the DEX asset, and what I mean by that is, if you guys don't know, Radium is a DEX similar to PancakeSwap on Solana. Okay, so and you can do things like liquidity pools. So it's if you're pairing with something that moves together, like Ice just said, Ray is doing really well because Solana is doing really well. So something like Saucer Swap with HBAR, if HBAR does well, then so will Saucer Swap. So will Trader Joe with Avalanche. Like there's a lot of plays with
right. I
these.
think Joe is a great one. I've been buying Joe forever. Very boring buy right now. It's still like I don't know, 30 cents, 32 cents, something like that. I'd have to check, but um, it's like the perfect time to accumulate boring fucking Trader Joe. So when Avalanche blows up when the gaming run comes, because gaming's starting to happen over there, Trader Joe's gonna, maybe bang out a 10x, just like Radium. And Radium's only two, whatever it is today, probably down from, I think it was down from 250, but so yeah, I mean, I think that's a good one. Trader Joe, we talked about it, a while ago, and we use it for Alpha Origins to farm and do things and stuff. So that's another one that I think is a relatively I don't want to say safe, but a safer one that you could I feel good pulling profits out of that. It could do a few X's, I think, pretty easily.
And guys, DJ said something very important there. Um, the Alpha Origins team is using these liquidity pools to increase our token holdings across multiple, Trader Joe's and AVAX, Saucer Swap and HBAR. While those tokens aren't skyrocketing in value, we're adding more tokens.
Right.
We're adding more tokens to the community pool, and that's the stuff that we're going to be dumping on you through random airdrops or through prizes, or like that's not that
Oh,
wallet is not going into our pockets. That's the community pool. That's coming back to you. So
and the thing is, guys, like the reason we talk about stuff like liquidity pools, staking, NFT assets, even just things like nodes, it's because there's a lot in the crypto space that people talk about. We're gonna make all this money, meme coins, this, that, you know what I mean? And there are quote unquote legitimate ways to produce income from a lot of DeFi that's available in crypto. And, you know, a lot of